All right, we're live. Thanks everybody for coming for tonight's Monday Night Draw on a Tuesday again, and sorry about that. Monday Night Draw. Today is our 300,000 subscriber giveaway, which I'm very excited about. I never expected to get anywhere near remotely here. I couldn't believe it when we hit 250 or 2 or even 150. This is really amazing, and we really owe it all to you guys, both me, Meredith, and Eric, and Russ, everybody who works to make this channel what it is. So thank you to all of you, and thank you to all of you.
No, thank you. No. Oh,
No, thank you.
Don't let me forget to sing happy birthday to Tom Morris.
Okay. All right. Why are you saying no thank you?
I'm just being difficult.
Oh, great. Yeah. So, yeah.
I've had a difficult month, and so I'm going to make it a difficult stream.
Right. Kevin Mandeville says, who else remembers 75K? It was not that long ago. 75K. Yeah, it was just not long ago at all. So as it turns out, we missed last night's stream on Monday because...
Can you make rules?
Hold on. Because we had a Christmas party. And... we had the wrong month. By the time I realized, I called my mother. It's next month. So
okay, listen, I just want to
tell
you the text as it came to me.
It was unclear.
It was sent on November 3rd.
All right, we don't need to litigate it.
And it said the Christmas party is on the 28th.
Anyway, so we thought it was...
It didn't say December 28th.
So the point being that we missed Monday Night Draw for nothing, but we're here on a Tuesday. So it's good to see you guys here, on Tuesday. And thank you very much for coming. And,
I could be in bed right now.
Meredith could be in bed. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And Meredith, you had a rule that you wanted to throw out there.
Well, stop for a minute because I'm fixing my elastic.
All right. Well, now you're okay.
I'm fixing my elastic.
Well, while Meredith does that, I'm going to draw Red Hood first. This one is by request of Eric. So, okay. And then once I'm finished with this one, and these are smaller, so I'll be able to do hopefully a couple more.
Okay. Here are my rules.
After I yawn.
Yeah. No hurry.
Rule number 1, because here's the situation. I go to FedEx to send your pieces away. So when I go, you get your pieces like the next day. I have had pieces returned 2 months later that have supposed to gone to Brazil. I've got pieces that have been returned.
All right. You don't need to browbeat them. We can't send to post office boxes.
I can't send to a P.O. box. So do not, if you win a piece, don't give me a P.O. box. If you're a minor and you win a piece, please let your parent know that a piece of artwork is coming so that there's someone to sign for it.
Meredith.
Because I've also had pieces. I'm just saying.
All right.
Don't be it takes a lot of work to get these pieces packed up and shipped out. And then now they're just sitting.
All right. Well, now that we've all had a lecture.
You've had a lecture because you've had the Meredith Mom lecture.
It's fun for everyone. All right.
It is fun for everyone. Fun. And it's only 8:04. Now we can have a good time. Just get the drama out of the way early.
All right.
Kevin Mandeville says, send it to me, gang. I'll pass it along. All right. I think I've got a super chat or two here to read. Allison McGlone has a super chat for $1.99. Allison says, how about Iron Fist?
Oh, yeah. We could do that. That would be a fun one. All right. We'll do Iron Fist too, for sure. And I've never done I don't think I've ever drawn Iron Fist. Maybe I have. Maybe in a commission like ages ago, but not much.
And Midnight 2905 has a super chat for $5. Midnight says, I love your art. Red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart.
Thank you very much.
That's a lot of love, Dave.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Michael DeFonte has a super
Chat for $5. Thank you, Meredith, for being on Tuesday. You work hard all day and then at night to moderate chat. It is appreciated. See, this is why Michael is my favorite person. You don't realize, I start work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I'm sure there are people who also start work at 6 o'clock in the morning, but by the time I get in the house at 4, I've worked a 10-hour day.
Are you saying I don't realize?
Yes,
Yes. Yeah. You never mention it.
I never mention it.
It's the first time hearing of that.
I just work, and then you tell me that I don't work, that it's not a job. Remember that?
No.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. You block that out of your memory, right?
Mm-mm.
Good boy.
Mm-mm.
The puppy's super happy because he's going to chew on this kneaded eraser. First of all, he's allowed in your office, which he's never allowed. Thanks for that, little puppy. The kitty's allowed in your office. It's like War of the Worlds here.
Look, you'd be perfectly well allowed in my office if he didn't destroy things. He's a puppy.
He is. Nicole Francis says, Meredith, you're my girl.
Mm-mm.
Aw, thanks, Nicole. See, people don't mind that I scold them.
Oh, no. No, people love it. I know I do.
I know it's your favorite thing. You're like, oh, thanks, Meredith, for.
Hey.
Oh, Jimmy Reyes Art says, Meredith Finch, how's the little horse doing? Hope, have the aliens gotten him yet? You have to watch. No, the little horse is good. She had a tough. It's been like, does it not feel like Mondays have been jinxed? Maybe it's good that it's on a Tuesday, because 2 weeks ago the little horse had a colic, and we had to have the vet out for her. And then last week I had to bust out early for a kid emergency.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Somebody knock on wood.
Kid was fine, by the way.
Kid was fine, but it didn't just end there. That kid emergency did not end with just that night. That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's like nothing that is just simple. That this is tomorrow December 1st, because I'm ready for November to end.
Right.
Sometimes you have a bad year.
Yes.
It's been a tough month.
It's very month
We're
specific, so you
It
should
is.
be good.
We've been sick twice this month. Sick, like Isaac's been home 2 weeks out of the month with sickness.
Yeah. And you know what? I know you're feeling pretty sick. I'm actually, I was starting to feel sick yesterday. I'm still feeling it today. No worse than yesterday, though. So I'm fingers crossed that it won't get any worse, because
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Paris this coming weekend.
And
By the
Paige
way,
gets to go to Paris.
yeah. Next Monday is also going to be on a Tuesday.
Next Monday
because I
will
won't be here. I'll be.
Because Dave will be coming back.
That's right.
Nobody's
So
going to make him fly 8 hours across 2 continents and then stream. Puppy, get off my computer.
So it's going to be a busy week. It has been a busy week already.
Oh, and you know what December 1st is going to be? Jason Jones reminded me, December 1st, Finch Farm logo contest ends. And can I just say, I don't know how I'm going to choose.
Yeah. It's,
The incredible quality of logo
yeah, we got a great submission from Lance DuBois,
that has been
Which-
turned in. by-
and we got a
you
really
can't just name names, because stop it. Oh my gosh. Because there's too many names. Like there's just I'm gonna have to come do a little sheet of all of the logos so that everybody can see, because not all of them have been turned in on the Flock page.
Mhm.
And I am blown away by the level of
Yeah,
by the
it's-
amount of effort and the quality. You guys, I'm touched.
yeah, it really has been
It has
amazing.
been really. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. And there's we're gonna get a far better logo than either of us could have ever possibly imagined. So thank you.
Oh yeah, many times over, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Scrolling down. Random Pat has a super chat for $2. Random Pat says, "Hey guys, would you draw Carnage for one of these?" Ouch. Oh my gosh. They just sit.
Sure. Actually, I think that's a great idea. Another character. I've drawn Carnage. I drew Carnage in New Avengers. He got torn in half and killed. He came back. It's a comic, but yeah, he was dead for a little while in Marvel, and I was not thrilled about that because he's one of my favorite characters. I'm a huge Mark Bagley fan, so that was one of my favorite characters, and I was pretty upset that we killed him. But I've learned since, if you love a character and they're dead, there is a very good chance they'll come back. and he finally did.
All right. And Allison reminded me that we definitely need a female character tonight as well.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
have men.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that's 3 men already. You're right.
Bread Pirate has a super chat for $5. Congrats on the great success, David. Picked up your course on Proco. Really excited to start it.
Oh, great. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. There's a lot of work that went into that one for sure. It's and especially by the time it's done, I have one more section that I'm still working on, and it really covers everything when it comes to drawing a page. Now, I will say something that happens very commonly, I found with people when they just start, is no matter how many pages you draw on your own with scripts and doing it right, when you get your first job, you'll get surprised and you'll kind of get exposed a little bit. It's just the way it goes. So there's not everything in there because there can't be. Obviously, there are just so many possibilities, but there's as much as I could possibly get, and I tried to make it as diverse as I could in terms of types of pages and types of scenarios, to try and get across as much as I possibly could. So I hope it works for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Bonafide Sean's content and commentary says this is all possible due to Meredith's horses and the chickens. Truth. That's truth.
Where would we be without horses and
Horses
chickens?
and chickens. And I have my choice for female character.
Okay. Oh, have you made your choice?
Yes, I have made my choice because it's always all about you.
Okay, make your choice.
Rose.
Okay.
Cringing right now.
Yeah, and so is anyone that wins.
No, they can have a character. He said Rose. It's my show too.
All right.
It's not Monday Night Draw with Dave.
I'll tell you what, you draw it.
Stop it.
I'll draw it. It's fine.
You're so mean. It's Monday Night Draw with Meredith and Dave.
All right.
Meredith just gets acted like she's only the moderator. And I'm not ready anymore. I do have stuff out there.
You do.
So. So there. Somebody wrote that they had sickness in their house twice.
Yeah, I
Can't
think
find that person.
we've all been kind of housebound for a while, and now we're catching all
Edward
of
said
the
it
other
tonight.
things.
He's like, our immune systems are going back into getting back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Well, if nothing else, I got it less this time than the last time.
Yeah, I just think it's like, I personally think it's rebound from what we had 2 weeks ago.
I think so. Seems like
It's
it.
like a little bit of the virus was still sitting there, not quite dead. It flared up again. Anthony, see, here we go. Anthony Musto says, "Hey Meredith, love your writing on Rose. Great run." And then he says, "David, big fan and fellow artist."
Thank you very much.
But see, Anthony could win this sketch of Rose, and he'd be thrilled.
Yes, of course.
Somebody would be happy, and
Somebody
if
be
not,
happy.
you know what? They can sell it online for $5. So it's a Finch sketch, and then I might get 20.
Wow. You're fired.
I'm not fired. You can't fire me. I own you. Walter Kumar has a super chat for $5. For the last week, it would hit me all over again. Kelly Jones visited the flock.
Yeah, how amazing was that? That
Thank
was really,
you,
really
Dave
incredible.
And Meredith.
I am very much looking forward to having him on for a more in-depth conversation and study of his inking and his drawing philosophy. I haven't done it yet because I'm going to be in Paris, and I just am a little overwhelmed right now trying to make sure that everything's all lined up for that, and trying to also get my actual my work finished in that time too. So I did another YouTube video. I got it filmed yesterday and today, so I'm scrambling to get that one out before I go. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. And yeah, it's been busy, but as soon as I get back, we're gonna work out a time and get him on. I'm very, very excited about it. It's a huge honor to have him come by.
Toby Miley has a super chat for $2. Toby says, I'd love to see you do The Spirit.
That would be a lot of fun. That would be a blast.
And Jim Klein has a super chat for $10. Congratulations on all of your success hitting 300K. D&M, it's been great seeing the show grow and has helped so many of us improve our art. Here's to more continued success for you guys.
Well, thank you very much. I'm feeling very guilty right now because I haven't had a video up for just a little bit.
Yeah, he's complaining about it. That's all I hear. He's talking about, hey, out of there.
And it's so difficult because it really is, conflicting deadlines all the time, and especially with a lot of conventions lately. Now, this Paris show is the last of my convention commitments for quite some time. So I'll have, a little bit more time to dedicate to making sure to get to a more of a regular schedule. I know it's frustrating when you're waiting for something new to come, and the channel just kind of sits there for ages, and it drives me up the wall. But we're getting there.
Manair Plus has a super chat for $2. What's the contest again? Please recap.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah.
So what we're doing is, we've done this a couple times, so I'm basically not explaining anything at all. I'm drawing these sketches, and then when they're finished, we're doing a anybody that's in the chat that has commented. I think it's, and I can't remember. Eric will have to correct me when we get to the end of this one, but I think it's like 2 minutes or so before we roll it, will be entered automatically. And then when your name comes up, you can contact Eric. It says it at the top of the chat window. Give him your information. Make sure that it is in a post office box, and we'll send it to you.
Perfect. Unless it, yeah. Did you say make sure it's not a post office box?
Yes.
Thank you. Dan Lassard has a super chat for $5. Good day, Mr. and Mrs. Finch, and hey to the flock. I hope all is well with everyone.
Oh yeah, it's great to hear from Dan.
Thanks for the super chat, Dan.
Yeah, and thank you. Yeah, hopefully Dan, you're doing well.
There we go. He's sleeping. He lay down.
The dog here.
Yeah, I'm snapping at the dog. I mean, it's good that you would turn and respond to a snap. It means that you're well trained.
Wow, this is going south.
Random Pat has a super chat for $5. My horses respond to snaps too.
That's great.
It's called clicker training.
Yeah.
Death and rebirth aspect has actually become a staple aspect of Carnage. He was a very creepy character in the recent Venom run by Donny Cates. So that's from Random Pat.
Yeah, I think he's a more popular character now than almost he's ever been. He was hugely popular with Mark Bagley during that run. I mean, I'm talking, this is, the better part of 30 years ago, or maybe even 30 years ago. Now that the comics I'm talking about came out, so it's a long time ago. But yeah, Donny Cates has been doing amazing stuff with him, and he's really revitalized him as a character, which is great to see.
Samuel Reyes has a super chat for $10 US. Congrats on 300K. That's such an awesome achievement. Started the Proco course a couple days ago. It is wonderful, and I'm learning lots. If you need suggestions tonight, Nightwing or Scarlet Witch.
All right, thank you.
And Christopher Roulette also said Kitty Pryde phasing through the paper.
Yeah, those are all great suggestions. I still like the
Rose suggestion.
Yeah, I love that one.
It's my favorite.
The Spirit. I thought that was a
Do
great
you have
one.
a lot of those Monday night draw things?
I have tons.
I love them.
I know, they're so good.
Everybody loves them.
And you know why they're so good? Because watch this.
They're easy to mail too.
Yes, and they're a little quicker, so I can get a few more of these done.
And yeah.
So there's the first one. And Eric, we might have caught him sleeping.
No, I'm here.
Are you done?
Here he is. Okay, he's here.
Are you done?
I'm done. Yeah. So we're ready to go on the first one.
Oh my gosh, you're just going to make more work if you're banging them out every 10 minutes.
That's right. So Eric, if you want to give people just a quick recap of what they need to do, and
Yeah, so just be active in the chat. Now's your time to legally spam a little bit. We have 104 eligible users. I'm pretty sure we can get that higher. So whoever Nightbot chooses, and I'll also announce who won. Just email me at my email address in the pinned message with your name and non-PO box address, and also the piece that you've won, and then I'll get all those winners tabulated and sent off to Meredith. So yeah, so we're sitting at 160. That sounds all right. You want me to roll it?
All right, roll it.
Okay, here goes. Adam Meyer. There we go. Wow. Okay.
Adam Meyer, that feels so appropriate.
There you go.
My baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR.
All right. Yeah. So Adam, email me that you've won this piece and your name. Well, I know your name, but just put it in there.
All right.
My
Well,
baloney has a second
Okay.
name. It's MAYER.
I'm actually willing to beg at this point.
Adam is MEYER.
That's right. Congratulations, Adam. All right, that's great. So on to the next one. And what was the next one? What we
Iron Fist?
the Iron Fist.
Iron Fist from Allison.
Okay, and Allison, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I need to get reference. So let me go ahead and do that really quickly.
Well, you get reference. I'm going to read the next super chat, which comes from Beef for $9.99. Beef says, "Congratulations, Dave. I got an interior page of yours from your Kickstarter and look at it every time I sit down to draw. Very inspirational. P.S. Draw a Transformer Starscream at some point."
Oh man, I don't know if I could do it. I could try. A transformer would be pretty hard to do for a live stream. Anything that's really technical like that, I should try just to go for it. I think it could be a lot of fun. So I'm seeing two versions of Iron Fist. One, he's got a full kind of a head covering, and one he's got his hair out the top.
What's a classic? Is my
Yeah.
mic working, Dave?
Is your mic working?
Is it
Check.
working?
Yep, it's working.
Okay.
It's coming on.
Sometimes I put my mic down to type in the computer, and so if I go bad, that's why. Walter Coomer.
Okay. All right. I've got what I need. Here we go.
All right. Jim Klein has a super chat for $5. Also, I'd love to see you draw Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, or Sleepwalker sometime.
Yeah, those would both be fun for sure.
And,
And Sleepwalker, you know what? Here's my problem with drawing Sleepwalker. Joe Quesada and Kevin Nolan did a Sleepwalker that is one of my favorite comic images of all time. And there's no way I could possibly touch that thing, and it would break my heart. That's one thing. There are some characters that it's tough for me to draw my first time just because of that. Because I know like there's a version that is just my favorite, and yeah, it's tough. But I should really do it. I think I know he'd be a lot of fun to draw.
So Samuel Reyes says, "We've had sickness run through our house this week as well." This is what we get for being, I mean, I know we had to be inside for 2 years, but now the kids are all in school, and our immune systems, man, my immune system is getting kicked in the butt.
Yeah.
Anthony G, my entire household is just getting over RSV. And that's what we had a couple weeks ago.
Yes, and I think
And I'm pretty sure this is like a little residual RSV because it
Yes.
feels the same.
yeah, I think that's
like-
what it is.
I had huge achy muscles and a fever, but Isaac certainly bounced back faster. I'm feeling better already, and you seem to be feeling better too. Like,
I'm
it was
fine. I can feel it, and it's
really
just
settled in my lungs, as you know, with my cough.
yes.
Oh, Jimmy Reyes is sucking up to me. I love him. He says Meredith Finch puts the draw onto Monday Night Draw as she draws us all here. Aw, Jimmy.
He's making fun of you. You know that, right?
Stop. You're going to make me like you.
He's just making fun of you. That's all it is.
I don't care. I can interpret it. I've got the microphone and I can interpret it whatever way I want.
You can.
so I have to make a quick pause here because I said we had to sing happy birthday to Tom Morris. I don't know if Tom is here, but I saw on Facebook that he had a birthday. And so I'm going to sing happy birthday to Tom. Happy birthday to Tom. Happy birthday to Tom. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Happy birthday to Tom, the painter of amazing artwork and tattoos. And his wife, Amy.
So, any of you that are watching for the first time, yeah, she does do that pretty much every time.
Yeah, I sing. you want me to sing for your birthday, just hit me up in the chat. Rike Inglaze, 123. And I gotta say, my singing has gotten better as I've gotten more comfortable.
Yes. Nobody would dare deny.
Certainly not you. You better sleep with one eye open. Rike Inglaze, 123 is a super chat for €5. 300,000 human subscribers. Can you believe that, David Meredith? Seriously, just take a minute to realize that. It's so cool to be here for all of this.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Thank you so much, Rike.
And really, not just for Meredith and I, and for Eric, and for Russ, who have been kind of working behind the scenes, but for so many of you that have been here really right from the beginning.
Since the first day when I had to come down and save Dave's butt.
Yep.
Which was when it became really Meredith and Dave.
And there are some people that have been here from even before then, from years ago. But it's, and for any of you that are here for the first time too, I wouldn't want you to feel like you're not welcome because you're new. It's really all of us, and it's awesome. I'm very, very happy.
Phil Hernandez has a super chat for $5. Phil, I don't see a comment. So tag me if there's something that you wanted to say.
So I'm taking a risk with this one.
Oh, hold on. What's your risk?
Well, I'm drawing a character from directly face on. And when you do that, it can very easily get distorted. Like any of you guys, dog, any of you guys that draw a lot know that drawing direct face on shots can be a lot more challenging than drawing a 3/4. Dog's here in Ghost.
You can hear like the cat or something. Black Tiger 001 has a super chat for $5. When you're struggling to draw something, what steps do you take to overcome? Congrats on 300K. I'm looking forward to seeing this finch fly.
You know what? Okay.
See, get that? This finch fly?
I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even hear it. I'm sorry.
You just tuned me out. You just went into
Hey.
You went into wife death mode.
Well, it's a survival mechanism.
Otis! Enough! You'll make me come beat you.
The problem is that he knows that's not going to happen, so it's not a deterrent.
The horses would take me seriously.
Yeah. So, in terms of when I'm struggling with something, you know what? I want to show you guys something. So, Otis. I don't know why I bother. All right. So I'm working on this right now. This is actually for another painting. Eric and I are going to be painting Wolverine coming up. It's ultimately going to be when I get back from Paris, unfortunately, but I did some drawing for it. It's not finished. So, cut me a little slack. But so here's the drawing so far. The background is just roughed in. So it's not what it's going to be. It's just all super scale. Like, I don't know that I'll go with that background at all, but that's what it is right now. But I wanted to show you, especially his arm. I've drawn that arm a million times, so many times. And there are times it just can start to feel a little bit kind of rote. And I feel like I'm just not really feeling it. And I was really bad that way this time. Would you throw something at him?
Yeah.
All right. Nothing hard, I hope.
My shoe.
Okay.
He's just as likely to chew it as he is to stop barking.
He is. And so I actually went, I've got a big folder full of a lot of reference, like anatomy reference, that kind of thing. It is so hard to find the exact angle. So I don't really worry about that. But I picked up a few things just from some different pictures. And I struggled with that arm for probably about 3 hours, which is ridiculous for an arm on one figure. But I wanted it to be right. It's a painting that I'm excited about doing. Also, I find if I don't do this, at least from time to time, your anatomy, my anatomy, starts to just devolve over time. It's natural that slowly you lose nuance and things just kind of get worse. And so you have to do that. And I was really feeling like I just didn't have an approach, and it was a real struggle. And so that's what I did. It was a hassle. And if you're doing that every time, it's a hassle. You don't want to, you can't really draw a comic that way. But if you're struggling, don't be afraid to find some reference and get experimental and try some different things.
All right. I think I missed a few super chats, so I'm going to try to get back because I can only go back so far. Tegmo, when I forget when we do these giveaway streams, that the stream takes off and I lose my super chats. So Tegmo Modworks had a super chat for $5. Also, you finished ridiculously fast. Tegmo says, "Hi, Tina. Good to see you on Mondays plus one day. Congrats. Well earned. Thank you for your super chat, Tegmo." And Electric Pen Media has a super chat for $5, but I don't see a comment. I don't even know what he's barking at. He's losing his mind right now. Oh, missed you at the Baltimore Comic Con this year. Congrats. That's from Electric Pen Media.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I miss Baltimore Comic Con. You know what? I'm going to close the door. If he wants to keep that up. You can keep it up on there.
Dr. Rockart does a super chat for $5.99. Hey guys, I hope you're all well. Congrats on 300 subs. Just unbelievable, but well deserved. You guys are the best.
Thank you very much. It's great to see Dr. Rock here. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it.
And hold on. Mario Ultimate Art has a super chat for 2BNG. I don't know what that is. Hello, David. What character are you drawing?
This is Iron Fist, and thank you very much for the super chat. This is Iron Fist, a longtime Marvel character. And he had a TV show that was, okay, I admit it, I didn't actually watch that one. I watched Luke Cage. I'm a huge Luke Cage fan from the comics, and I love the show. Not 100%. Like, I felt like it started coming away from what it was, but it was good. I'd like to see more of it. I'm hoping that they'll do more.
Charlie Good has a super chat for £2. Would love to see Solomon Grundy.
Ooh, that would be a good choice. Now, I'm going to be honest. Solomon Grundy is a character I'd want to draw the entire character of.
Phil Hernandez has a super chat for $5. I think I caught Phil's and he didn't have a
Okay,
comment.
that dog's going upstairs.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. I don't know what he's marking.
take over for a minute.
I can take somebody. Oh, maybe Everbrod's girlfriend here. Maybe that's what it is. Everett has a new girlfriend. So much fun when your kid starts dating and he texts you and says, "I'm bringing someone home," with 30 minutes notice, and your house is a disaster. I mean, my house is always a disaster, but you know, it is what it is. What else can I got the Christmas tree up. That was exciting. Actually, getting the Christmas tree up was a 4-hour ordeal or endeavor, decorating the house, because I had to clean it. You can't put stuff up when your house is dirty. You need to dust it and wash all the floors. And then it rained, so that the dogs then tracked their dirty little muddy paws over, this is Murphy's Law, over my freshly washed floors.
Well, at least he's barking upstairs now.
What was he barking at? Is Everett here?
I don't know. I didn't take the time to go and look,
I
but
don't know what he's barking over, but
if somebody's robbing us,
I
we'll
don't
find
think
out when we
so.
go upstairs.
I don't think so.
No, I really
All
don't
right, I
think so.
think I've caught up. I hope I didn't miss anybody's super chat, like from before when the stream started rolling. Kevin Mandovel has a super chat for $19.99. Congrats, Dave and Meredith. 400K is just the tip of the iceberg. Truly a great accomplishment. Thanks as always for your continued tutelage, amazing videos, and endless hours of entertainment. You guys are the best.
Thank
I
you
think
so
meant
much, Kevin.
300K, right? It's just the tip of the iceberg. He's just projecting. Kevin is projecting that you're going to be 400K.
It could happen.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
It's not impossible. It could happen. You know what? I would have said it was impossible. Now I'm starting to dream big. This is what happens. Hubris is going to get me, and it'll all come crashing down.
Oh, don't worry. I'm here to keep you grounded. I'll
Yeah.
just snap my fingers for you, and then you can just keep you on the par with the dogs and the cat.
Right. Yeah, that'll
and
do
the
it.
Horses.
Mm-mm.
Desolate Soul Studio has a super chat for $6.99. Hello, everyone. Hi, guys. What are the chances of you coming on our channel sometime to talk comics, your art, and working together on night draws?
You know what? Look, it's certainly not impossible. I will admit I haven't really been doing a lot of interviews on other channels, or just interviews in general. I don't enjoy doing them. I'm not good at interviews. I like drawing, and I feel like I have nothing to say if I'm not drawing. You know what I mean? Like I just shut off pretty quick. Unless I have like two modes. I can draw and talk about what I'm drawing, which I love doing, or I can talk about artists that I love and talk to them about what they do. Which is why having Dan DeSantos on, the things that you learn, it's you guys appreciate that, right? Like how amazing it is to have someone like Dan come on, or someone like Eric Gist come on, or we had Kelly Jones, and especially to share some of their knowledge and their expertise. This is years of schooling for some illustrators that we have on, and years of experience for comic artists that we have on, and it's really invaluable to me. It's absolutely invaluable. And these are the kinds of questions that a lot of times, truth be told, I don't actually have the guts to ask myself. Like I know so many professionals that I have a million questions for, and I see them at conventions and we just talk about, life. I don't really go around pushing that kind of thing because I feel like it's probably, do you think that's right? What do you think, Meredith?
What?
Is it rude for me to like, how do you do this? And how do you do that? I don't know. I don't do it, but on my channel I can, and I love doing that.
Oh, there you go. Because that's what people. Excuse me for yawning. I know that's a surprise, but that's what people come on your channel for you.
Yeah.
To talk to them about what they're doing in their process.
Sorry,
They know
right.
that.
I answer all my own questions under the guise of helping all you guys. There you go. And so many times, like it's such a thrill for both me and for Eric, because we have artists that we're big fans of, and to be able to have the opportunity to learn directly from the sources. It's amazing.
All right, just making sure. I just flip sometimes. So. Dan Genovese has a super chat for $10. Congrats on 300K. It's well deserved. Thank you for the time you spent with us these past years. I hope you get another 300,000 followers. God bless.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Dan.
so much, Dan.
Love Dan.
And Swamp Donkey has a super chat for $2. Draw Andromeda Weaver, but I want it.
Actually, you know what? I don't know how. Not too many people. So I will say, for those of you that don't know what that is, she is from Ascension, which is a create-your-own book that I did back in 2007, a long time ago now, and I was really proud of her. I mean, look, is it the most original design? No, but whatever. I'm still pretty proud of her. I don't know how many people would remember her now, but she would be a lot of fun to draw.
Ryan Henning has a super chat for $10. I don't see a comment, Ryan. Oh, hi, David Meredith. Just wanted to say congratulations and keep up the good work. Me and my buddy Mike Hicks got inspiration from your work. Get inspiration from your work all the time. Glad you guys are part of our journey.
Well, thank you. And thank you for being part of our channel and part of our community.
Otis is trying to suggest Superdog. He says avocado. And somebody else said that their dog was barking back to Otis, which I've had that happen when a YouTube video comes up and the dog starts barking a YouTube video and suddenly the dogs are barking in the house and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, shh, where's the mute button on this?
Yeah. Whatever it was, he was not going to stop.
No, he was not. Comic art. The super chat for $1.99. Tomic says, congrats on 300K. You guys are the best.
So it was Tomic art?
It was.
Thank you very much, Tomic. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You paying attention?
I mean, look, I always am. Every once in a while, I just get a little, I'm sitting here drawing too, and it doesn't happen too much, but sometimes.
Ryan Dolan, here's a super chat I missed. Has a super chat for $9.99. A Wolverine would be awesome. Love anything you draw, though. Been a fan since the 90s.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I would love to do a Wolverine. I think ultimately we're staying away from, Wolverine, Batman, Moon Knight, some of those kinds of characters, just to do something a little different. But yeah, I agree, and I would enjoy it. So,
And Dallin Cockrell has a super chat for $1.99. What are your thoughts on digital versus traditional?
First of all, I think that the big difference between digital and traditional is original art. I mean, that really is the big difference. It's and it's not a small one, because some artists, you can get to the point, you can build yourself up to the point where your original art can be worth quite a bit of money, and it's a lot to leave. At the same time, though, editors really prefer artists to work digitally because they get a cleaner file. They get somebody that does the pencils and inks themselves, which is a real problem for some incredible inkers out there that are finding it more and more difficult to get work as the nature of the business kind of changes. I think, first of all, it's just as legitimate. I certainly don't think that there's any kind of a cheat button working digitally, and any kind of a macro that you can use where you can do some things quicker and easier. The work still needs to be there. Like it's not going to be any good if it's not any good. So yeah, I completely respect it. I prefer to work traditionally, partly because it's what I learned and how I've always been working, but also, frankly, for the original art. I mean, this is a business, and look, I'm never comfortable about talking about it in those terms, but it's the truth, and it would be a lot to give up.
Paul Essenson has a super chat for $7.99. Paul says, congrats. Just need to say a big thank you. I feel like my drawings have been improving heaps, and it's all thanks to this show. Best show on YouTube.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. And look, I will tell you that I've been following your work on Instagram. My phone's been dead for a week, so I haven't seen much, but I've seen it, a lot, and the difference is really very, very noticeable, and it's amazing to see. It always is. Atomic art is getting so much better. I'll tell you what, and Eric, don't be mad at me for singling you out, but I mean, Eric's work has gotten so much better over the last couple of years, and it's amazing to see. And I'm sure you guys, when you watch the live streams, the difference in Eric's confidence when he's drawing is night and day.
Agreed. Kyle R. Wolf says, Meredith, I just want to say I appreciate you. Thanks, Kyle. And Sheldon Martin says the dog is jealous of Everett's girlfriend.
Maybe. You know what? I appreciate Meredith too.
Stop it.
Did that work? Did you
Nope.
buy that?
Nope.
Oh,
Random
I
Pat
did.
has a super chat for $5. Can you explain how you're approaching the lighting for this?
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so he is being lit from here. And so you can really, the nose is always such a great place to really isolate exactly where the lighting's coming from. You can see the angle there. Now, my lighting is never perfect. It's always, I try to make it as consistent as I can make it, as well as I can, but it's like, I feel like that's probably too strong there. I'm going to leave it because I don't hate it, but it's not right, probably. But I could have just went completely dark with that side of the face. I just thought it would be a little more interesting if I had an extra light kind of coming off of there. And then because I've got a dark shadow from his head, I made the shadow much smaller than it really should be, by the way. It should be much bigger because his whole head would be casting that shadow, but I didn't want to blow out my entire cape. So I didn't. It was a bit of a decision to make it smaller. I feel like making shadows larger and smaller, I can get away with. When for instance, okay, so I've got an arm. Here we go. And I'm going to put a big shadow here on my deltoid and then a big shadow on my trap. No, dang it. Tricep. My mind is gone. And then, I'm going to make my way down, and then on on the back of the arm, I'm going to go all the way dark over here. And I'm going to light it completely from, from that side. And that's not terrible actually, because you could actually have, I guess, it's not the worst example, because you could actually have something obscuring it and it would cause that. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Let's bend the arm this time. I'm going to cheat. Okay, so I've got my shadow from my deltoid, my tricep, and then I've got my thumb extensors, finger extensors, all those things. And I'm going to leave these completely light and open. And it looks wrong. And when you do that over an entire figure, just random, you'll have some things dark and then things right with it that are light and not lit in the same way. It really makes your figures float. So I find I can play with the lighting a lot as long as I'm consistent enough. So really the number one thing you want to worry about is, because I'm lighting from here, everything on this side is lit. Now this is kind of indenting in, it's his jaw muscle. Again, it is way too strong. It wouldn't show up like that at all. And I probably should be fixing it, but I don't hate it, so I'm leaving it. But it's not right, even remotely.
Hi, Manny Jacobs has a super chat for $4.99. Congratulations, DNM, on passing 300,000 subs. Dave, what made you a fan of motorcycles and UFC? And Meredith, what got you into riding?
Well, for me, motorcycles, I've wanted a motorcycle for years. And when you have young kids, it's a little difficult to justify getting a motorcycle. Kids are starting to get a little bit older. My buddy here locally got one, and he never had permission either. His was gifted to him. And, at that point, it's like it was meant to be. So once he got one, I got permission. I got one too. I'm very careful on it, though. I ride like a chicken. I ride like someone that, has other things they want to do with their life. Yeah. Oh, in UFC, I've been a fan of UFC ever since the early 90s, when they had the first ones where you had like the tiny little guy with the, karate outfit on fighting the big, huge guy. And, anyway, I've been a fan for a long time.
And honestly, I've been riding my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not writing right now, but
I know. Yeah. Ironically,
I'm too busy to write, but I really wrote even as a child.
Yeah.
It's kind of, when you have a thing, an affinity for something, and you're compelled to do it, I think it's a good indicator of what you should do. Don't ignore that. You'll just waste time.
all right. So it is done.
Oh, no.
What's the problem?
No, because now I'm going to lose any super chats I had. No.
All right, Eric,
No,
we're ready to go.
No, don't do it. Oh, dang it. Chris Burke has a super chat for $9.99. Congrats on the 300K. You're a living legend. Will we ever see any finished design statues? I just Batman. I have your DC Direct Batman coming for my Christmas gift.
Oh, awesome. And thank you very much. Thanks for the super chat and the comment. I really appreciate it. I have a thing that I'm kind of working on. You know what? Working on is too strong. I mean, honestly, I wasn't involved in the making of the statue, but I've got another one coming. And I mean, they did such a beautiful job. I can't imagine. It would not have been better with my input, put it that way.
All right, so there's 150 folks are eligible. Let's see if we can get that up a little bit, and then I'll roll it. All right, so it's about the same as last time. Okay, I'm rolling.
All right, here we go.
Adversity Art.
Adversity
Okay.
Art. All right, congratulations, Adversity Art. Adversity Art. Can't say it. Yeah, be sure to contact Eric. The information is at the top of the chat, so you can find it pretty easily, and he'll give you all the information you need to know to claim your artwork. So yeah, congratulations. All right, you know what?
Congrats.
Hang on. Applause. I have applause sound.
I'm gonna read a super chat from
All right.
Amy Morris, even though I'm skipping super chats because Amy is Tom's wife and might be Tom. Says big love on 300K. Now that's a gaggle of flockers. It couldn't happen to a better group of folks, both Finches and your adoring auxiliary family. Best of luck and Merry Christmas. And I hope you heard your happy birthday. If not, rewatch this video.
Yeah, great to see Amy
And Tom.
and Tom here. What was I drawing next? What do we do?
Rose.
All right, Rose.
Adam Meyer has a super chat for $20 US. Adam says, I've been watching your live stream since the first season, but this was the first season I decided to participate in the chat. Wow. How well did that turn out, huh? Because you won. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and congratulations.
Congratulations, Adam. And Jamal Rashid has a super chat for $4.99. Congratulations. Super happy and proud to be part of this Finch crew. God bless Mr. Finch and his family and let his talents shine throughout the world. Thanks,
Thank you very
Jamal.
much, Jamal.
And JDSCT is a super chat for $5. David Meredith, the real dynamic duo. So great to be part of this community. Thanks for all you do.
Well, and thank you, JDSCT, for being here. Thank you for my Wolverine comics, which I actually, you know what? I did Wolverine in a sewer. I was just looking at one of those just on Sunday, drawing that picture. So they're going to good use. I'll say that for sure. So thank you very much.
Par Backstrom has a super chat for 60 SEK. Hi, Aphrodite 9 was mentioned some time ago. Will she be drawn on any upcoming Monday Night Draw?
I don't have plans to, but I should. So yeah, I think, yeah, well, I'll definitely, her ears wrong. I'll definitely plan that into the schedule. It's been crazy. Like I thought, oh, I'm going to run out of things to draw. And I've got a pretty good list right now of things that I'm kind of behind on that I said I would do. So I'll tack that one on there. It'd be a chance to talk about an old book I did too, which I think would be kind of fun. Some of the experience of working with Bat, the inker and co-writer of the book, and my editor, David Wool, and a lot of the people, Steve Furcow, who did the colors. Okay.
Otaku Samurai has a super chat for $1.99. Dave, what are your top 3 video games?
I was just playing it today. Dang it. The one with the motorcycle. Eric.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. Thank you. Number 1 by far.
You said Eric. Who's watched you play this game 5,000 times?
I know. I've played that game so many times. So yeah, that's definitely number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna have to say Grand Theft Auto. Although it's been so long now that it's kind of tough to list it. What else? Dead Island is coming out. I'm very excited about that. It's too early to say it's a favorite. Oh yeah, Conan Exiles.
You played that a lot.
Yeah, I haven't played that for a little bit. So I had a buddy that we were both playing the game, and he hasn't been able to play for a little while. So we kind of let it go, but I'll be back to it again. There's a new expansion for that thing too.
That's awesome. Maybe over Christmas. Not over Christmas. Mike Linux says, I stopped riding motorcycles when people started texting while driving. Too dangerous.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is. I don't ride to go somewhere. I ride on the weekend around the county. We go out all along the water, go to a nice little town, get coffee, and ride back. So it's, for the most part, I avoid the texters and the crazy commuter city drivers. So hopefully that helps. We'll see. Ultimately, life is risk, right?
You can only control what you can control.
It's so easy
Be
to say
killed.
something cavalier like that when
No, but-
but
You could get hit tomorrow. I could fall off my horse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and you have to take all the reasonable precautions you can, and then you leave the rest up to God.
Yeah.
Phil Hernandez has a super chat for $5. 300K is an incredible accomplishment. I've been a fan of your work since the 90s. Going with a character out of the ordinary. How about The Darkness?
oof, that is a good choice. And a great choice for a head too, because he's got such a distinctive design for his head. There's another one I would need a reference for. It's been a little while since I've drawn The Darkness, but yeah, that is actually a really good choice. You know what? I think that might be a good choice for a Monday Night Draw. So not saying I won't do it, but I would like to actually do it, the full character. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Sorry, I'm having to go back because every time you finish a piece and then I lose super chats.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I can't really predict when it's going to happen because you don't give me any warning. Anthony G is a super chat for $9.99. Anthony says, congrats on 300K pinches. So happy for you guys. Continuously, my favorite night of the week. And I'm so proud to be a member of the flock. Also, can we get a Green Goblin or Hobgoblin sketch tonight?
Oof, another really good choice. And a great choice for a head sketch. Like Green Goblin or Hobgoblin. To be honest, when I'm drawing them, I always forget which one I'm drawing. So I'm probably doing it wrong. But yeah, that would actually be a lot of fun too. And thank you, Anthony, really, very, very much. I need to get a move on.
You do? Hold on. I've got to. Oh, no. Crap. I missed a super chat and I'm trying to find it. There's right there. Okay. This one is from Artists, I think, or Art15. I can't read my computer properly. For $9.99. Love your work. Been a fan for years. Thank you. Think you would draw a sick red, white, and green ranger of the original Power Rangers.
Yeah, and thank you very much. That actually, doing a Power Ranger is very, very high on my list. That's going to happen pretty soon when I come back. Maybe the next one. I think actually it probably should be the next one. So we lost one of the original cast
green
members. Yes,
Power Ranger.
So I think it'd be kind of nice to do that as a bit of a tribute. And so yeah, that's coming up very, very soon.
Mike Hicks is a super chat for $10. Speaking of favorite video games, how about Isaac Clarke from Dead Space for Monday Night Draw sometime? You know that video game, Dave? Are you familiar with Dead Space?
Okay, I think Dead Space is a cooperative game. Am I wrong? There's a reason I haven't played it. So I'm playing Zombie Army. And there are characters actually, I want to say from Dead Space that they're downloadable characters, and I'm playing as one. And I think it might be that character. I can't remember the name. But then it could be Left 4 Dead. So I'm actually not sure. Yeah, Michael Irvin says Dead Space is co-op, and Mike Linux says it. So yeah, that's why I haven't played it. I would play it, but trying to play co-op games is, first of all, okay, look, I don't like feeling guilty because I'm the guy that got everybody killed. Does that make sense, Meredith? You're not paying. Again? I said, I don't like feeling guilty because I'm the guy that got everybody killed.
I don't understand.
Okay. Anyway, also, it's very, very difficult to set up a co-op. I like the old days when, you'd have a couple of guys on the couch and, you just sit there with your controllers. That kind of co-op I was all for. But co-op online, when I have to have headphones on and whatever. I don't do it unless I really have to. So there are some phenomenal games that I end up missing as a result. So it's going to be about another 3 minutes.
3 minutes of this one?
Yeah.
What are you drawing right now? Oh, you're drawing Rose. I haven't even been able to pay attention. You all want to get in on this sketch. I'll sign it too.
Ah, see, there you go.
See? There you go. Something special. If my signature is special.
Yes, and speaking of which,
Let me just say this before you say anything. Finally today, we mailed out the last of the stuff for the Kickstarter.
yeah, and so Jason Schechter over at the Essential
Poor
Sequential,
Jason.
all entirely his fault.
No, it's not his fault. It's our
No,
fault.
He has
But
been
He's
having
so
like
patient.
he's patient at the same time. He's like, come on, we need to get this done.
But somebody's gonna get stuff signed by Meredith because the Wonder Woman stuff I signed, and I threw a couple Rose comics in for the comic, just as an extra.
And speaking of Meredith signing
Signing
this
stuff.
sketch, I want to mention that I use Uniposca. These are my whiteout pens. You can.
Oh, so you're gonna white out my signature? You're so funny. I'm the one who sends the stuff, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah,
I
that's
could
true.
draw my own Rose sketch on the back of it. I could graffiti all of them. Just pencil sketch on the back.
Yeah,
Meredith's version of the characters.
I need a brush. All right.
For your hair?
Yes, that's exactly why. No ball jokes.
I don't like to be mean.
What do you mean?
I mean, making ball jokes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I really have no ball. I'm not a ball joke person.
No.
Isaac's the king of the ball jokes.
Yeah, my son. He is. He once told me that I look like a thumb. I don't even really know what that means, but
But it's so true.
yeah, that was great.
That was the best. That's all right. Told me I had a $5 haircut.
Okay, 5 minutes. I said 3. I meant 5. Taking just a little bit longer.
Eric wants to know if you're writing 1 of 1 on the cards. Why would you do that? They're originals.
Yeah, why not? Here.
But they're originals. They're not prints. You only do that for prints.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean?
we'll see what people think.
That's kind of thing that you do for print. Like, this is a limited edition print. It's 1 of 100.
Sure, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I feel like you don't do that with an original
Right.
piece of artwork.
All right.
Sorry, Eric. I just don't think that's. I mean, I could be wrong. What do I know?
Yeah, I actually don't know.
I mean, I've been wrong once. That time I was wrong about being wrong. Ha, ha, ha.
My favorite joke.
Everybody's laughing at the thumb comment.
Traitors.
Enrique Ingles is personally offended by my bald jokes because he too is bald.
He makes it look good.
Michael DeFonte has a super chat for $10. Dave, is it beneficial to have a go-to standard ear style for drawing human ears, even if it means all the ears all look the same among different characters, or vary the ear shape?
No, don't vary your ear shape. Don't like it's you want to have the best ears that you can have. Make them as nice as you can. If you vary your ear shape, no one is ever gonna ever notice it as an identifying feature. And unless you're drawing a character with like cauliflower ears or something really specific, yeah, I would consider that to be not worthwhile.
Everybody likes 1 of 1.
Yeah, see, boom, there you go.
What do I know?
Nothing. That's what.
And the thumb is from Spy Kids, apparently.
Oh, is it? Okay, there you go. He's probably watching that.
certainly has. Everybody's getting way too excited.
Why is that?
Jason Jones says this is fast enough for 20 tonight. It's 9 o'clock. It's 9:05. You've only done 3. You've got room for three more.
3 more.
Yeah.
We'll do 3 more. Meredith can survive for that. And come on, this is 300,000. This might very
Okay.
well.
Ryan Henning says crossing my fingers for this one. See,
Yep.
people like the Rose sketch
Rose is a good character. It was a good story
character.
and beautiful artwork by Iguara.
Ig, the best. I've been so blessed to work with amazing artists.
You can't say the best
Because
because
that one time I had to deal with you on Wonder Woman, but otherwise I've worked with great artists. Mike Mendonca.
that's what I mean. He was
Mendonca.
so incredibly good. Like I
Yeah.
love Ig, but you've
Iguara.
been very blessed to work with some incredible
Uh-huh.
artists. So you can't say the best. I remember.
They've all been the best.
I know. I remember working with a writer that said that. I was at a panel and he was
Colin on the book.
talking
of
about
Ruth.
another artist he worked with. He said they're the best. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you can't.
And I knew we didn't, you know, but
Here's what I'll say. I've had the best artists for each project.
Like the perfect artist for each project I worked on. Like Miguel was perfect for Little Mermaid. You were perfect for Wonder Woman. Ig was perfect for Rose. Colin was perfect for the Book of Ruth. Like everybody I've worked with. Christine Nori, I worked with on Fantasties for K Pictures Publishing. That's
oh,
not
how
out
great
yet.
was she? Eh?
She was so great.
Yes. Her husband too,
Renee
the colorist.
Liz,
Yeah.
she was so amazing.
Wait,
for
am
the
I
Light
think-
Princess?
Oh, yeah. Renee was
Oh, and
it-
with Ray on the colors,
Yeah.
like, I
Unbelievable
have,
work.
like, oh my gosh, when I think about the artwork that is my name is on,
Yeah.
in terms of like artists I've worked with, just
yes,
Yeah.
which is why. And you know what? Professional advice when you're working professionally. Take this, you know, as you will, but yeah, never a good idea to say who your favorite is. And I get that question all the time: who's a favorite writer or whatever? And I say, oh, you know, I've gotten to work
since
with
I'm
a lot.
married to a writer, and so it's obviously Meredith.
Right. And see that I can get away with saying, but yeah, otherwise I'm really careful because the last thing I want to do is offend.
And you don't mean it. Like you don't like. Yeah, I think it's better to say I worked with the best artist for each project that I had because everybody's style is unique, and I couldn't imagine anybody other than the people I've worked with.
Oh, you know, a project worked out beautifully when you can't imagine it done any other way. Like Colin.
Yeah.
I could not imagine that book looking different.
Tegmo Model Works has a super chat for $5. 1-1 is understood for original art, so you don't have to number it. Again, great job, you two.
Too late now. It's all done. Thank you very much, so Tagmo.
They're sketch cards. That's what everybody says because they're sketch cards.
All right. Well, you know what? It's easy enough to tell it's an original. So anybody can very quickly, just looking at the surface, you can see the depression from where the pencil and the pen kind of sinks into the paper just slightly.
Yeah.
You can see the pencil being like it's easy to tell.
All right. Since we're not doing book of the week, right? We're not.
No, we're not.
Sketching. That I'm just going to take it's 310,000 subscribers. If you're not one of them, why? Like that's all I can say is why.
310.
Click subscribe. Subscribe on all your accounts. Get your family to subscribe. Don't miss out on amazing content from the master, David Finch. And while you're at it, I am going to be like number 416. 425. I got in fast. Let's see how many likes we can get tonight on the 300K giveaway. Woo woo. Jim Klein has a super chat for $20. Dave, will you be scanning and posting these anywhere so we can view them? That never happens. Also, Dead Space 1 and 2 are single player. 3 is co-op. Dead Space 1, totally up your alley. Think Event Horizon with zombies and is getting a remake soon.
Oh, you know what? Eric was talking about that. So I was looking for a game long
But
ago.
you're not going to scan them, right? You never do.
I'm gonna look. Let me just say, I want to do it, and I want, and I will absolutely.
Take a picture of it and post on Instagram.
I'm gonna try and scan it.
It's going to be the best.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll scan it. You guys know how I am.
That can happen.
I'm gonna scan it. I'm gonna
That can
try.
happen. I don't want to get your hopes up.
Don't be so negative.
I'm just saying, Jim. When it doesn't happen, you
One.
heard it here first.
All right, next one's done.
What? Black Tiger 001 is a super chat for $2. Have you drawn the guy from Days Gone?
Not yet. That's coming. So I'm going to do the Power Ranger, and then I need to do a female character. It's been a little bit since I've done that. It's been actually a little while. So I need to figure. And actually, that might be Aphrodite. I think that would not be a bad choice. And then Deacon from Days Gone.
What size are those little sketch cards, Dave?
These are about okay. So my hand is about that big, and they are about that big.
Like, do you not have a ruler right on your desk?
I don't. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't have enormous
3
hands.
by 5, let's go with that. 4
Well,
by 6.
yeah,
They look slightly bigger than 4 by 6 photograph.
Sure.
So
yeah. I don't know. I apologize.
let's go with 4 by 6.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So Eric, how's it looking?
We can get a few more eligible users up. If everyone just wants to type something in the chat.
What if I type something in the chat and I win? I'm going to type something. Me.
So
Then
Meredith,
roll again.
Meredith's going to do a sketch card, right?
Like, no.
She drew a Wonder Woman last time.
My little Wonder Woman.
Here, you're gonna sign it. Here you go.
I'm definitely not
Here.
camera ready.
All right, here we go.
Lightweight
I'm
baby.
so glad it's not alphabetical. It's Richard M8422.
Richard MA422.
There you go.
All right. Well, congratulations, Richard.
Like it or not, you got yourself a rose
That's right.
sketch.
Signed also by Meredith. So there you go. You got
Want
both
your
of us
pen?
on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, when the first two were letter A, I was like, I hope Nightbot's not going alphabetical here.
Hang on. Applause.
I mean, it would be
Richard, yeah, if you
weird if
can
I-
email me your deets.
if I didn't try to get the rose sketch. That would be weird.
Yeah, you know we'd roll again, right? Okay, so what was next?
You know what did you just say?
We'd roll again. You can't win. It's pretty corrupt if that happened. All right.
I just give it away.
What do we have next?
Couldn't
Oh, you know
help
what?
myself.
We had Carnage.
Carnage. Do you need reference for that?
Yeah, actually that would be good. You gonna do that for me?
Nope.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. What are you gonna do? Look it on my phone? No. That's that. I wouldn't be able to check the ponies.
Let me just get it up on here right now because I have not drawn Carnage since 2005. So it's been a little while. All right. All right. Good to go. And I've got my Mark Bagley version.
Because that's the best.
That's right. So Carnage is, I love him as a character. He's actually a little hard for me to draw because he's got all this black patterning on top of a red base. And all my shadows obviously are black. I mean, working in black and white for comics. And I find it really difficult to differentiate the black patterning from shadow. So you really kind of, in a way, to draw Carnage properly, you can't draw a shadow. And I've learned that the hard way.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling to the chat.
All right.
Making sure I don't miss any super chats. All right. Next super chat comes from Adam Meyer for $2. Adam says, Meredith, great singing tonight, by the way. Thanks, Adam. He's talking about me singing his baloney song, of course.
Sure, yeah.
Terry, oh, he has a super chat. I want to say, is it Terry, Tari? Tari, I know I always get it wrong. For $1.99. Good evening, Finches and Eric. Hope you are great. I hope you're great too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
I'm like the bus driver that I had when I was in kindergarten. And every time I would get on the bus, she would say, "Hi, Mary Beth, how are you today?" And I was 5, and I'd say, "It's Meredith." And eventually, at 5, I recognized she was never going to call me Meredith. She was always going to call me Mary Beth.
And you could live with it.
And I just gave up.
Yep.
This is really how the stream works. I try. I do my very best, but I'm going to butcher your name.
Well, you can be sure that Adam
But
probably
I butcher with love.
has never had to put up with
It's love butchering.
his whole life. So there you go.
Sincerely try. Dan Genovese says, my cousin is also named Meredith. This is why we like Dan so much.
There you go. Yeah.
So, Dave,
Yes.
are you excited about your trip to Paris?
I am. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a great convention from everything I've heard. It seems like it's very well run. They've been great so far. So I'm very much looking forward to going.
Are you sad I'm not going with you?
Yeah. So we had plans. Meredith was going to come along. We were going to make more of a vacation out of it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Just logistically, it didn't work, which is a real
You just had a problem
shame.
with the flights.
Yes. And yeah, so I'm going on my own, unfortunately, but I'll have a great time. So I'm going to make sure while I'm there, Meredith, to get out to a nice restaurant.
Go to a Christmas market.
I'm not going to do that. My
I
sister,
know you love the Christmas markets.
I don't know is my sister watching?
She
Probably not.
texted me a YouTube link, but I don't
Did
know
she?
if she did that
Okay.
because she's watching.
Well, if you're watching, Leslie, she's.
You ruined Christmas markets.
We went to Germany, and this is whatever. How many years ago? I don't know, 6-7 years ago. And my sister brought us to every single Christmas market for like 30
mile
mile
radius.
yeah, whatever. It was so much. And yeah, that burnt me out of Christmas markets for the rest of my life. Like, never, excuse me, and never again. I mean, it was great to see my family, and we had a good time, but yeah.
I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy Dave's witching, complaining.
Right.
You were worse than the kids that time.
Yeah, well, I can be very often.
Yes, it's true. But you help her on the farm, so I'll put up with it.
Yeah.
Have you done any paintings lately, David? When you should be working?
No. I don't know if you were looking when I was showing that Wolverine picture.
I saw a Wolverine picture come up on my screen, but I didn't know what it was for.
Okay, that's the next painting.
Huh.
And it's just a drawing. I mean, I only had
Won't
something.
be happening anytime soon.
Right. Well, here's what it comes down to is
You did that drawing. You could have drawn a cover or worked on a page of your book.
you know what? Sometimes I just have to do the
You
stuff
just
for
need
me.
to finish the book so then you can become a painter full
Okay.
time.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, yeah, I have a choice. I can draw the picture for my painting really, really quickly. Like I can draw pretty fast, especially if it's tight or if it's loose. But then it compromises the picture. I mean, obviously, the painting's only going to be as good as a drawing. And so I really want to start with a good solid base and do a nice drawing. And so, yeah, I spent hours now, and this shouldn't have happened, but I just struggled and it kind of became what it was. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I was working on. So I am working on a painting, but I wasn't painting.
Jason Garner says, I haven't looked at or drawn from a comic in over 20 years. Sunday Night Draw got me back into both again. So thank you both very much.
Sunday night
It
draw.
must be Sunday night for him when we're doing it.
Maybe he started out right at the beginning.
We were doing Sunday.
Yep. Well, thank you very much. That's great to hear. Yeah, I love doing this. It's such a great connection with all of you guys. But it has the added, benefit of hopefully being, helpful for people learning how to draw. All right. And hopefully, inspirational to try it. If you've done it before and you've kind of stopped, or if you haven't really tried it, or if you, just have questions about, what it entails, anyway.
Jim Klein has a super chat for $10. Jim says, Dave, it seems there are certain characters, like Carnage, where shading needs to be handled more in the coloring process. Is that the case? And if so, how do you approach the pencils and inks differently?
Well, I'm not sure, actually. I struggled with it mightily the last time I did it, and that was a long time ago. And so this is actually kind of my experiment with it right now to see how this comes out. And I'm going to try it the Mark Bagley route, which I've always loved it. And it doesn't actually have shadow. Yeah, if any shadowing is done with color, and actually the Mark Bagley stuff didn't have any shadow because it was kind of colored old school. This is before all the computer colors. So it's just gonna kind of be what it is. We'll see. I don't know. Not sure how this is gonna go. But I do know if I try to shadow heavily, it will just start conflicting and turn into mud. There's so many characters that this is a more pronounced version of that problem, but this is not the only character that I have that issue with. But considering how I'm going about this, it's not going to take long. This should be a fast one. Speak.
I'm texting. Sorry.
So I think I'm going to actually try and do a little bit of lighting just on his gums down to his teeth. We'll see. That's what I'm doing right now. And if it doesn't work, it'll just go dark.
Samuel wants to know, could you do a Santa Monday night draw? You did the Grinch last year for Christmas.
That was 2 years ago. Last year I did Rise of the Guardians.
You did?
Yep.
Did somebody get that piece?
It just sold. Oh no, and the Grinch just sold. We still have the Rise of the Guardians. Jason's got it.
It's my favorite movie. I just watched that last night.
You were there for the stream. You
I
remember?
think I can barely remember what I ate for dinner last night. That is almost a whole year ago. Live in the moment, not in the past, Dave.
Yeah.
Join the future with me.
That's what I say when they ask me where my taxes are.
Fair enough. Those I pay. So you don't have to.
Live in the moment, not in the past.
Yeah. So you're gonna do Santa? You did Santa then last year because you did the Santa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So look at last year's for the Santa. What are you gonna do this year?
I don't know.
Krampus?
Okay, look, I could do Krampus. I'm just a little bit. I don't want to do something.
Rudolph.
Sure. I don't know if I want to go full Rudolph, but I don't know if I want to do like a horror thing for Christmas. It just seems it's not what I want to do. I don't think. So I'm not
You
sure.
gotta think about it. We'll have to spitball.
We'll have to, yeah.
Think about what would be a good Christmas. I'm trying to think of what Christmas movies. You could do the Home Alone kid.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I'll do.
I feel the sarcasm in your voice, Dave.
No, problem solved.
Why you be that way? I'm up past my bedtime by an hour and a half already. All right, hold on. BB Art has a super chat for $9.99. Hey Dave, congrats on 300K. You're such an inspiration. Your last mini tutorial has helped me greatly.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very, very glad. That was you never know with some of them, but I feel pretty happy with that last one. Like I do feel like it got the point across, and it is such an easy concept. I think that's why I didn't cover it before, because there's so little to it that it almost kind of didn't make up a video. But you know, the point of the videos isn't to hit you with like an hour of redundant kind of, you know, things. It's, you know, to get a point across as effectively as possible. And I felt like that was like a good length for it. So anyway, thank you very much. I'm going to just sit here and talk about why I think my last video was good. There you go.
Rich Ware says claws.
Claus.
Remember that man movie that Isaac and I've been watching?
So,
Where he has to send all the letters, the 6,000 letters, and that's the original story of Santa Claus. But that's like Santa too.
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Or you could do the little Claus guy from that movie.
Yeah.
That's turning into another Christmas classic, that one. Matt Potts is a super chat for $5. Hi Dave, just saying thanks. Your channel has been an enormous help and inspiration to me after getting back into drawing after brief 25-year hiatus.
Oh yeah, it's no time at all. You know what? It's amazing how, you know, 25 years, it is a decent amount of time for sure. But if you've been doing it before, you pick things up again so quickly, and it's almost like, you know, you don't skip a beat. So it's great to hear that you're doing it again. And thank you very much.
Suggestions are St. Nicholas, not Santa. Iceman.
Iceman.
Die Hard Christmas Classic.
Oh yeah.
Jack Frost. Buddy the Elf. Or Kevin McAllister. Jim Carrey, A Christmas Carol. Buddy the Elf, says Dan Genovese. Frosty the Snowman. That would be a fast drawing.
Okay, you know what? I know what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to do Buddy the Elf and Frosty the Snowman.
All right.
Because the minute I heard Buddy the Elf,
You're doing it.
I liked it.
Right.
But I think that could be pretty quick too.
Long Journeys has a super chat for $2. Do a Charles Dickens scene or an 1800 Santa Claus.
It's not a bad idea. You know what? Next year we'll do that. This year I'm going to do Frosty the Snowman and Buddy the Elf.
You can't.
We'll do a crossover.
Rich Bear says, I mean the abominable snowman.
From
Bumble from Rudolph.
Says Joel Durick, as I was thinking about it too, once you talk about the abominable snowman. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, and actually I can't deny. Okay, yeah.
You want to do that now, aren't you?
Yes, it's
totally going to be the Bumble.
so much more, you know, right up my alley.
Oh, it totally is.
All right.
Samuel Reyes has a super chat for $5. Meredith Finch, my wife and I watched Seven Brides for Seven Brothers the other night. Still fun and made me think of you. Aww. I love that movie. We haven't watched that in forever.
Have I seen that?
I don't think you have. That is going to be one I click on you soon.
Yeah. I don't ever hate those. You know, it's not like
You would enjoy it.
I know some guys. It's like a torture watching some of those. I never mind. It's fine.
Oh, it was I watched it so many times as a kid. Kevin Mandeville has a super chat for $9.99. Hear me out, Dave. Clown from Spawn wearing a Santa hat.
That's not a bad
No,
idea.
you've lost to the Bumble, Kevin.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Bumble, but I actually really like I like that idea a lot.
Meredith votes for the Bumble.
You know, I could do a whole genre of whatever character with a Santa hat.
You could.
Why didn't I think of that before?
I don't know. It's not truly Christmas.
That's close enough.
Oh, Dustin Rogers has a super chat for $9.99.
Dave, congrats.
Love these streams the last 2 years. I watch all your tutorials and they've helped X times over. Especially the rendering armor video. I used the line weights this week. Die hard for your Christmas sketch.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I would do Die Hard. The reason I'm like not just jumping on it, because I mean, obviously I love that movie. Like, how could you not? I don't do good likenesses.
That's fair.
So it would be like an off-brand version of Die Hard. Nobody wants that.
Jason Jones says, I love Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. That's why I got married in June. See, people, you can love it. You'll love it. I just can't believe I haven't made you watch it yet.
See, and that's two guys right there that like it.
There, yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
You don't like it. I know musicals are your favorite.
No. Whoa. Is it a musical? Just tell me.
But in the classic sense.
Okay, I'm not watching. Is it really? Oh, I don't know if I could do a musical. I mean, you know, I want to be open minded, but
No, it's not like it's like you'll like it.
all right.
It's not like you'll like it. Trust me.
Like, what's that musical with Wolverine?
Oh, The Greatest Showman?
Yes,
That was an amazing movie.
I know. I hated
It's
it.
like that,
I couldn't watch it.
but it's better than that.
Yeah, and Isaac, my son, man, he loves that movie.
I
Like,
love the soundtrack on
so,
that.
like, look, it's great. It's just not for me.
You'll like this one, I promise. It's
All
not
right,
like
well, we'll watch it,
that.
right?
Greg L. Static Art, because the songs are different. Like they're more like you'll like it.
Yeah.
Greg L. Static Art has a super chat for $1.99. Stuck work, stopped by to say congrats on 300K.
Thank you very much, Greg. We still have not sent Greg his picture. You know that, right? Like,
Oh.
still have to do
You
that.
even brought it upstairs. Rika Inglaze, 123 is a super chat for $2. Dave, 3 words. Lobo versus Santa.
Oh.
No.
Oh no, you don't understand. See, you're thinking this is just some kind of crazy thing.
No, I'm thinking that I don't have time for that's another 2-week stream.
Yeah, it would take longer. You know what? We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that one on deck. But what a great choice! So what he's talking about is the Lobo paramilitary Christmas special by Simon Bisley and Keith Giffen, and one of the greatest comics of all time. And I think actually the introduction of Lobo's Pitbull. I might be wrong. I don't think so, though. Like, there were a few characters like that Simon would just draw on the, like, they weren't in the script at all. He would just throw them in there, which is awesome. All right, I'm just about finished with this one. So if we want to get started with a roll, we can do that.
All right.
I'm really good at beatboxing too.
Eric and I thought for sure, because you
I'm also awesome at cricket sounds. Cricket. Cricket.
You know what? I have. Oh, I don't. Forget it.
You used to have it on the soundboard, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I don't have it now. I was looking.
The soundboard hidden away under the desk somewhere.
No, it's right there. I just don't. Ever since I got a new soundboard, the old one was cutting out. I haven't programmed it, so it's just got a few of what comes with the soundboard.
Matt Thornton has a super chat for $2. Matt says the polygamy version is 7 brides for 1 brother.
Don't. Oh, wait. Hold on. There you go.
And we're rolling. The people
All
are
right. Let's see. Yeah, quite a few folks here. Let me roll it.
All right.
Toby Miley.
I'm sorry.
Toby Miley. I think that's how you pronounce your last
All right,
name.
Toby Miley. And if we're pronouncing that wrong, apologies, but congratulations. You won this one, the Carnage. So, oh, and wait, hold on. There you go. Applause. We are the cheapest show on earth. Yeah, congratulations. So again, be sure to
Toby
email-
Miley was. Sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
Oh no, what was that?
He was saying never gonna win. Not me. He's still typing that. Meanwhile, he's
I
won.
just saw it go up, not me. I just saw that. Well, there you go. You.
Who won?
Yep. And he just typed in there, not me. Never gonna win. Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations. And you know how to get a hold of Eric. He's right at the top of the chat. And we're gonna move on to the next one. And I've completely blanked on what we were gonna do.
Hobgoblin or
Okay, let's just do Hobgoblin. We only have so much time, and I don't want to waste too much time because I'd like to get two more.
Do another woman. No, the darkness. You're gonna do the darkness too.
The darkness would take me too long, so we'll do this. We'll do another woman, and then we will
That'll be the end.
we'll call it. But that's we've already got 4. We're doing great.
SCS Powerlifting has a super chat for $5. Big congrats on the 300K and to all the winners tonight. 400K next.
Thank you very much, SES. Good to see you here. 400K. That I don't know.
And Spirit Retro has a super chat for £5. Hi, Dave. I got the hang of inking lights on darks. Got any advice or things to keep in mind for going darks on lights effectively? Mine always look bad.
Dark sunlight. You know, it really is. It's contrast of if you have a dark surface, like this is light, the outline of it, and so I can just go dark. Now, if I make this completely dark, then behind it I've got light. It's already light because you know, paper's white. So that's really all there is to it. And I don't know how to. I have a feeling you mean something specific that I'm not understanding exactly, and I apologize because it is a pretty simple thing. But I think I'm probably missing what you mean.
Did you need reference for Hobgoblin?
No. Which, you know, all
Or
it means
Green
is,
Goblin.
yeah, my Hobgoblin could end up being more Green Goblin.
Wesley Viewer has a super chat. Hopefully I said that right, Wesley, for $10. Hey, David, I started watching at the beginning of COVID and it helped me get back into drawing.
I had my portfolio looked at during C2E2 this year, and your line weights video helped me. So thank you.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm so glad. And thank you.
Andy Campos.
Campos has a super chat for $1.99. What about villains doing Santa's job?
Now, Andy, that is a good choice. My concern is that if I start getting too specific with, you know, no, I could see how you could pull that off. I would just need to find a way to be able to do it in 2 hours. That's really all that it comes down to. Is I'm worried about sometimes getting a little too conceptual because once I start including complex backgrounds, you know, the wheels can come off fast. Time can start compounding. All right.
D33 Black has a super chat for $5. Congrats. Any inkers you felt really matched your style? Also, any thoughts on the synergies between penciler and inker?
You know, I've been able to work with some really amazing inkers. My first favorite inker that I worked with years and years ago was Joe Weems. Still one of my all-time favorites. It's difficult to get him to do stuff. You know, he's not the most available inker in the world, but if I ever can, I jump on it. He is incredibly good. Matt Banning is another inker. He went by Bat for years and years. But yeah, his name is Matt Banning. He's one of my very favorite inkers. A great guy, and
Sorry.
somebody I'd love to work with again. And a very influential, both of them actually very, very influential for my style early on. And Danny Mickey, absolutely incredible. One of my favorite inkers, and a really, really big influence on my Marvel style and the work that I do to this day, for sure. He's incredible. Jimmy Reyes, who I don't know if he's still here. Is Jimmy still here? Yeah, he's a great inker. And I've been fortunate enough to work with him a few times over the last few years, and we certainly will again. Actually, we have plans to do something very, very soon. So, and Richard Friend, a great guy, an incredible inker, and a pleasure to work with. So yeah, Sandra Hope. Yeah, I've been very, very fortunate with inkers.
All right. Next super chat comes from Greg L. Static Art for $4.99. If you haven't sent it yet, that actually works because I moved, so I need to email the updated address.
Oh, look at that. We're bailed out. Good. I mean, had we sent it when we should have, it wouldn't have been an issue. But yeah.
Not upstairs where you can get back.
Hey, look, I didn't blame you.
No, fair enough.
Not Merida's fault.
It's never my fault. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. That's your. I'm so behind on the stream. I'm watching you draw Carnage.
Wow. All right. I mean, it could be worse. It's the last one.
Mm-hmm. Like on my video part. I'm
Yeah.
up to date on the chat. I'm just so behind.
Red Hood Review says, I'm never going to win. I never win anything. So we'll see if the streak continues. What I mean, Red Hood is not.
Red Hood is thinking that it worked for the
That's right.
last guy. He's
So it
gonna
might
try
work.
for this one.
Never know. That's what I mean by the streak. Not.
It's Green Goblin.
Okay, good. There you go.
Goblin?
This is more Green Goblin. All right.
Who knows? It's a Goblin.
Dan Genovese says, yep, Green Goblin. All right. And Artifaction says Hobgoblin. Well,
It's a Goblin.
it's a goblin. It's one of them.
It's one of the gobs.
It's probably not either one, really. Like if I actually looked at reference, which I should have.
It's a like mishmash merger of the two.
Yeah. That's what happens when I don't look at reference. I mean, there's so many characters I can draw. I can just draw. Like it's a long list, but it can be a little tough to keep up. Like Iron Fist. The minute I saw him, I remembered, but it's been a little while.
Hobgoblin has a hood. Green Goblin has the hat thing.
Oh, there you
Says
go.
Samuel Reyes.
So this makes him Green Goblin. So there you go.
Because it's a hat thing.
It's a hat thing. All right. You know what? I think I can remember that. Stream has gone quiet.
Well, I'm just They're talking about goblins, Master Goblin, Joker Goblin, Goblin from Lord of the Rings. How about Gold Goblin? It's a mashup hybrid. Guys, please, it's clearly William Defoe, says Dion.
All right. There you go.
Are you drawing one more after this? Yes,
Yep.
you said you were.
Yep. Yeah,
Edward Lee is taunting the bear. Meredith hasn't said she's tired yet.
It's true. You really haven't. You've been kind of,
I'm putting it all out for the 300K subscriber giveaway.
amazing to see.
I was sick today. Like, just dragging this morning.
Well, you haven't really done anything for a few days, so it probably helps.
If I hadn't already thrown both my shoes at the dog, I'd be throwing one at the back of your head right now.
Why? Don't throw something.
Why don't you draw after 99 for the last one?
Sure.
One Maydar says she's not tired. She's only on twice.
Yeah, none of them even recent. So
You guys say yawn, and now I'm just going to yawn because that's just the way it works. And now everybody else is going to yawn because yawns are contagious. Kevin Mandeville says, so the dog is currently chewing his shoe, is what you're saying.
yeah,
Well,
for
actually, Dave took him upstairs, so my shoe is safe.
sure. Yeah, he went upstairs. He calmed down, so I do think there's somebody here.
Somebody here, I heard a sound in the basement.
Uh,
Maybe the cat playing or doing something, and he just
and once he started,
he just could not let it go. He was protecting us.
yeah, I kept kind of ignoring because I thought, he'll calm down. He can't do this all night.
He can.
Yeah, then you realize, oh no, he can.
A-Train 86 is my cat just yawned. Alright, survival nerd. I'm not yawning, you're yawning. See? Started the yawns. No, I'm just gonna, if you say yawn, you have to yawn.
Okay, stop.
I can't help it. Stop talking about yawning.
Yeah.
Lewis Alexander says Norman Osborn looks great. Dr.
Thank you very
Coates
much.
says, goodness, the facial expression is just perfect.
Well, thank you.
Extreme Maybe says, hey, Dave, do you ever get recognized when you go to your local comic shop?
Yes, but you know what?
Nobody cares around here.
No, and in all fairness, I know the comic store owner, so he says, "Hey, Dave," you know what I mean, like, so it's not really.
Nobody cares in Windsor.
No, not really, not too much. And I'm there enough that, like, I'm not there as much as I'd like to be. It's hard to, especially with us being on the county, it's a little tough to get there. But.
Zalos has a super chat for $9.99. Hello, Mr. Finch. My friend is a huge fan, is obsessed with Batman. I was curious how much would a small head commission cost? Completely understand if you can't. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much for the super chat. I do apologize. I'm not doing.
Commissions right now.
Yes. So, I mean, that's subject to change, but it's going to be a little while. I don't know when we'll be able to open it up again. So yeah, not right now, unfortunately. And it is kind of nice to be able to do these just because it's, something kind of separate.
It's fun. It's fast.
Yep.
Navy Shark says this one is mine. I can feel it. Now that I've started yawning, Ryan Henning says, it sounds like you're really tired, Meredith. I'm glad you're sticking it out. And Thomas Frank says, don't pass out on us, Meredith. You guys don't understand. I am normally in bed at 8 o'clock. I love you guys. That's how much I love you guys.
That is,
I
yeah.
stay up 2 hours past my bedtime every Monday or Tuesday for these 2 streams.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I mentioned this at the beginning, but
Mentioning it again.
mentioning it again because I know not everybody watches for 2 hours, but next week will also be on a Tuesday.
Because Dave is traveling.
Yeah, we'll put something up on the YouTube comments
And the
page,
Finch Flock page.
right? Just so you guys know. But yeah, let's get into mine that I draw is like an ironic name. I'm really not getting a lot of detail from my. I want to go a little more shadow there. No, if it was drying out, it'd actually be a little better. It's just coming on a little thick. But these are actually working out pretty well. Like I'm doing this and I'm just stopping before I kill it because my line weight's just a little thick. And then going back to my micron.
I'm laughing right now. Rika Ingles 123 says, Meredith Finch, I pass 2 hours beyond my bedtime every day. And on Monday it's 3. Rika, if you're 2 hours past your bedtime every day, that means that's your bedtime every day. So that's you have a new bedtime.
What he means is
I know.
he stays up too late.
Yes, I know.
I could
Cat's
definitely.
crying at the door.
Yeah, well, cat has my sympathy. I'm not letting the cat in.
You don't love her. Poor princess. Should people start?
No. I'll tell you when.
Ed Argyle.
Sorry?
Ed Argyle says, okay, since no one wants this one, I'll take it. Do you feel bad that no one will take it? We don't want to feel bad. So Ed will take it.
Much appreciated, Ed.
Mike Linux says, my cat runs out of the room when I yawn. She thinks I'm going to eat her.
Yeah. So Eric's not here. Well, I mean, Eric's here, but Eric, you can hear me. Ferrari. Yeah, Ferrari's going to have a new team boss. You see that?
Shocking. That was shocking.
Unbelievable.
And he didn't, quote unquote, resign, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you know what? He was there for a long time. It's not like I don't think he's going out in shame. I mean,
Yeah, I think they're just upset about some of the strategies this season. And
yeah. So how do you
someone
feel
had to
about
be the fall guy. They only won 4 races. Can you believe that? It seems like more, but it wasn't. 4 out of 23 races, they only won 4.
Yeah, well, they won 0 last year.
Yeah, but they started off so well.
I know. But yeah, it's a new team boss coming. So there you go. Just thinking about that.
Wouldn't it be funny if, what was the old Renault team boss? Cedric? What was his name?
Oh, I know who you mean.
Wouldn't it be funny if he came back? I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Oh, Cyril.
Cyril, that's it.
Yeah, he was great. He was almost as much fun as what's his name from Haas.
Oh yeah. I think Meredith's fallen asleep now with the Formula One talk.
You were talking about Formula One, so
All right, we better stop.
I was like, oh, they're talking cars. I can just turn the brain off.
All right. So you might want to call it. I'm going to be done in just a minute here.
All right. Everyone can start
Chatty chat.
a bit more active in there.
Chris Burks has a super chat for 49. Just want to say quickly, this show is what gets me into bed on Monday morning. So thank you guys for everything you do for us.
Oh, well,
Thanks,
thank you very much, Chris. And sorry that it's Tuesday today, but I'm just glad we were able to at least do it. I hate it when we just miss a week. It's never.
Dave, what paper is that?
This is
kind of a loaded question.
now. I'm just going to say, first of all, I don't know because these are printed. These got printed with the sketchbook that we did the Kickstarter for. So,
Wonder if it would accept paint.
I'm going to say yes. Just based on drawing on it, it's drawing really nicely. It actually feels just like drawing on the Strathmore 200 series. It actually feels like the Strathmore 200 series. So yes, I do think you could paint on it.
Hmm.
I'll have to send you some.
I don't know. Just looking at this Green Goblin, I was like, how cool would that look painted?
Yeah, and it's kind of, it's already a nice frame. You know what? I'll send you a few, and then we can maybe look, do a couple paintings on them. I think it'd be fun. All right, I am done.
All right, so 190 users, great. Yeah, let me roll it.
The winner is
Eldon Slack.
Eldon Slack.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, Eldon. Oh, let me sign it. Oh, and we need applause. So yeah, congratulations, Eldon. Sign this one. And we're going to move on to the next one pretty quick because
it's only 5 minutes.
it'll take a little more than 5 minutes, but I'll make it as fast as I can. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay. What was I doing? Aphrodite 9.
You're doing Aphrodite 9.
All right. I'm totally cheating from my head construction is not even really there, which is not ideal. But this is an angle that I'm pretty comfortable with. Also, if it doesn't work, then I can just fall back on it.
You can fall back on doing the head construction.
Yes, if for whatever reason I'm just it seemed my original head was way over there. I'm all the way, so I'm kind of having to do the head construction anyway.
JM says, Dave over here smashing out drawings left, right, and center, and I'm still working on a single drawing.
Well, they're just heads. Makes them a little quicker. And the paper's smaller, which I'm glad we did this because it means I can do a few more.
I'm gonna do these on that from paper from now on. Gonna make it easier to mail them out too.
Yeah.
More people get something, easier to mail. Because it'll actually fit in a FedEx envelope versus a box.
Well, there you go.
Talk to me about Aphrodite 9, Dave.
Aphrodite 9 was the last project I did at Top Cow before I ended up going over to Marvel. So it was 99 and I finished in 2000. I didn't do much of it, which is a real shame. You know what? I had moved back from LA to Canada. I really wanted to be back home, closer to my family and and friends that I grew up with. And I got back to Canada. All my friends were still, hanging out and partying. And that's something I really wasn't doing at all in LA. I mean, part of the reason for that is everything is so far in LA that trying to get people together to do something was such a challenge. Hey, let's go visit Joe Benitez. He's, 45 minutes away down the highway. So we just didn't do that much. Also, I did nothing but draw. And I think I was a little burnt out. And it should have been a red flag that, I would just go home and do nothing. And that's exactly what happened. And so I only ended up doing a couple issues of this book, which is a real shame. It was a lost opportunity. There are a lot of issues of Aphrodite 9 now. They've done, like Top Cow over the years has done quite a bit with it, which is great. And I've said this before, but Aphrodite 9 was uh, originally an idea by Joe Benitez, not the name for the character. I'm gonna have to fix her chin. She went through a couple of different names before we finally found one that we could settle on, but the basic concept was Joe. And we're outside, we're talking just outside the studio. We all used to smoke. So we go out there and smoke. This is a long time ago. And he mentioned, I said, "Oh, that's such a great idea. Are you going to do anything with it?" And he said, "No." He was already working on Magdalena. And I said, "Can I do it?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." So I co-created the book for sure, along with David Wohl, who also co-created it. But it's also really Joe Benitez. It was his original idea.
And yet he never takes credit for it.
He never does. He's got a million ideas. He really doesn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, he is such a creative person. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Lady Mechanica, but that's also his, and really such a great comic. It's beautiful, and again, so creative. And he really, it's a steampunk book, and I know steampunk is really blossomed into this much bigger thing, and you see it everywhere. When he was doing that, steampunk was a really new thing, and Joe has always had his finger on the pulse, I guess you would say. And he picked up on that right away and did some really beautiful stuff with it. I think he just had some stuff come out for it, so worth checking out.
So I'm just going to read some comments. Luvius Thomas says, "Your Ascension is the best. Love the series and your work on it. They need to bring that back next time you talk to Matt." And Underwater Space Traveler says, "I can see Dave smoking and drawing at a desk."
Yeah, I've done that.
Extreme, maybe you should do Lady Mechanica. Kevin Mandevil, Lady Mechanica is gorgeous stuff.
It is, yeah, for sure.
And a super chat from Luke Fordson for $1.99. DNM, congrats on 300K. Favorite day of my week.
Thank you very much, Luke. Really appreciate it.
Kenny Wang says the steampunk aspect of it is so good.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I think Joe really picked up on the whole steampunk thing so early that there are elements of the look that I think he's responsible for. Like outside the comic.
You think he influenced steampunk?
I think he did, because so many women were doing cosplay of his character. And, that's going to have an influence. There was a time when I almost did nothing but Aphrodite 9 sketches. Like every convention I would go to, that's what people wanted. For a long time, actually. Now it's a bit more rare. And I would say the number one thing that I do now, the number one comic that I sign now at shows is Moon Knight, which blows me away. And the number one sketch I get is Batman, truthfully. But aside from that, it's probably Moon Knight. I never would have expected. All right. How are we looking for time? 10:03.
Yeah.
We're going to be fine. So if you have a mirror, you can see things like the top of the head's a little too short. The other thing I find really works for me, and I know Eric could attest to this too, I look up at the screen and I can see my drawing on the screen, and it kind of has the same effect. So I could look up and boom, head was a little weird. All right.
Kevin Mandeville says his character of Aphrodite 9 is gang.
Gang?
Gang. Henry Jeremy, Dave smoked and drew at the same time, like Jack Kirby and John Buscema.
Yeah, those were the old days. A lot more people used to smoke back then. We all kind of wised up.
When does The Witcher start again?
I don't know,
I'm
but
just thinking about it because somebody said, "Can we get something from The Witcher?"
yeah, that would be cool. I did do a Witcher.
You did a Witcher.
Yes, which is a lot of fun. Now, I don't know if you know, Meredith, but Henry Cavill is no longer the Witcher.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he left. He had creative differences with the writing team. I don't know how much this is like official. This is actually
Like
what
this
happened. Or,
coming season is not Henry Cavill.
no, I think it is, but he's gone after that one.
They need to fix it.
There's a petition, a huge
Yeah.
one, for
Yes.
I don't know that it's going to work.
Well, they want to see that franchise die. Then they could ignore the petition.
Well, who knows? But yeah,
Ridiculous.
I know.
I mean, yeah. Tagmo Model Works has a super chat for $5. Sia has drawn Lady Mechanica as well as Fathom. She has a YouTube channel that is very informative.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Fathom. There's another Top Cow classic by Mike Turner. Fathom. There were so many times, like there was a time that Megan Fox was attached to it to make a movie, and it seemed like things were really kind of moving along, and then it didn't happen. This is Hollywood. I have learned.
JDSET says Liam Hemsworth is a new Witcher.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. So you got Liam Hemsworth. Look, I know I'm not thrilled,
No.
but
Henry Cavill is a fan of the books, unlike the show writers. LOL.
this is what people are saying.
Yeah. See, you got to stick with the books. What made the Lord of the Rings movies great? They stuck to the books.
Well, not entirely. There's no Tom Bombadil.
Sure, but you know what I'm saying.
Look, this might be a controversial opinion, but I think cutting Tom Bombadil was a good idea. Just for the sake of the movie, like it's a bit of a digression. But yes, yeah, they really did.
Well, they're about. If I was Liam Hemsworth, I would not sign on to that because all it's going to be is how he's not Henry Cavill.
He runs the risk.
Yeah,
that is the risk. I mean,
when you were like Henry Cavill is so good at The Witcher. I didn't know he was. I didn't like him as Superman, and I didn't know it was Henry Cavill as The Witcher until you told me.
Yeah,
that's how good he was as The Witcher.
Yeah, I do feel like he plays that kind of a bit of an anti-hero.
Yeah,
better.
Yeah.
That said, it seems like he's going to be Superman again, and I am thrilled.
He can do both.
He can do both. Well, I think the die is cast on that one.
Well, is it though?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I think, Netflix making a ton of money off that show. They'd be foolish. They're foolish.
Who knows what goes on behind the scenes, and
foolishness.
Who knows? But it is a shame.
Anthony G's like, hold on. Meredith didn't like Cavill as Superman. I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't. I thought he was stiff and unlikable. It's my personal opinion.
Favorite Superman?
Christopher Reeve. I know he's stiff too, but he was so sincere. That's what, if you can't be, and I just didn't feel like Henry Cavill came across as sincere.
You know what I think the best?
And that's why I didn't like him as Superman.
The best thing you could say about Christopher Reeve, maybe not the best, but one of the, anyway, he was so convincing as Clark Kent that he actually really did feel like a different person as Superman. Like it was almost kind of okay that it was just glasses. It worked because
Who's this?
Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. Richard M8422 says Christopher Reeve is the right answer. Yeah.
There you go.
Now, Neil Wilson says, no, RC Bible Nerd says Smallville was the best Superman. And I don't disagree because I won't say it's the best, but I also really enjoyed the Smallville Superman with Tom Cavill.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
thought that was a great show.
yeah, he was very, very good.
It was
That's true.
very, very good.
But you have to be
Likeable. Like, that's the thing that Tom Cavill, honestly, the Lois and Clark show with Dean Cain, he made a good Superman too. Because if you want to play Superman, you have to have a sincerity in your face. Don't get me wrong. Henry Cavill was great as The Witcher, but he does not read as sincere. He does not read as sincere. He does not read as innocent.
Well, that's just like
And
your
that's
opinion,
my
man.
Personal opinion on Superman. There you go.
tide you over to Dave finishes the sketch.
Everybody can agree or disagree.
But you're not going to try and say people are wrong if they disagree with you?
Well, they are wrong.
There you go. I was waiting for it.
It's my show. It's my way.
Well, I liked Henry Cavill. And
I know
I'm
you did.
thrilled that he's going to come back. Could not be happier. He is coming back, right?
Pardon?
He is coming back as Superman.
Who is?
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
I
like
think I've seen that news.
yes. I never know what's a done deal, but yeah, I'm pretty happy. And like a lighter version, like the color of the suit are more colorful. And he was in Black Adam. I just don't know if it's a one-time thing. Hopefully not. He'll bring you around, Meredith. You'll see.
And then we'll see.
All right. After 99, there we go. I'm finished, Eric. Well, I mean, not 100%, but close enough.
Close enough to roll the die.
All right. So did you like Brandon Ruth, Meredith, as Superman? I thought he was great.
I don't have a memory of him.
Yeah, neither do I.
Did he do the one Superman movie?
Yeah, he did the one that was
He was
dressed.
the one with the coolest scene in any Superman ever. There was a dude in front of him who shot a gun, and the bullet like went into his bounced off his eye.
Oh,
and fell
yeah.
down on the ground. Remember that one?
I do remember that was cool. Yeah.
That was the coolest scene. But yeah,
That-
You know what?
thought he was
I'm going to
great.
be honest with that one. I'm not sure. I won't say that wasn't a cool scene, but I felt like he was forgettable because I don't remember him.
Really?
But maybe that's just because I'm old.
I know for me, I didn't love the movie.
Yeah, I mean the movie probably could have been better. But
And there is a certain amount of
as far as the man in the costume, I think he looked great.
Yeah.
yeah. There's
Yeah,
a
I
certain
don't
amount
disagree
of
with you.
if you like the movie, you like the actor. If you didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's unfortunately there's association.
That's true.
So
All right, you want me to roll it?
Roll it.
Okay. Jared Zwicker.
all right, Jared. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Jared. Woo!
Congratulations, Jared.
Congrats.
All right. Well, and
Jared.
that's the last one for tonight. So until we get to 350, and I think we might get there because we're already at 310.
Oh,
So
I think we should do it at 400 now.
oh no. Meredith keeps saying this because she doesn't want to have to mail stuff out. We're gonna do it again at 350 unless we don't get there. We will see. But I think we stand a pretty good shot. I'm hopeful. I just need to keep putting out videos and hopefully they'll.
Stressing Dave out.
What's that? Whether we'll get to 4?
Yes.
Oh, doing the video.
No, getting to 350.
You're right. All right. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for being with us all the way to 300,000 subscribers. It's a monumental number. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It makes me very proud. I hope it does for you guys too, because we're all really into this. Together. This is kind of our thing. I mean, which is why I love doing the live stream so much. I think just doing the videos it would be really fulfilling, and I really enjoy doing it. But doing the live streams, I feel like I get to know you all, and it means a lot. And so thank you all really for being there all this time. I really, really do appreciate it. I know you do, Meredith.
I do. And I have one more super chat from Black Tiger 001 for $2. Brandon had the best save with catching the plane.
So yeah, you know, the movie had some highlights. There you go. All right.
Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, have a great night. Have a great week. We will see you next week on Tuesday for we're going to be doing the Green Power Ranger, which I think will be an absolute blast. So we'll see you then. Thank you, everyone, once again. Have a great week.